Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Ravenport in Farming Simulator 19 with me, Gazbeard. We're still doing contracts. The sun has come up though. We're no longer working in the dark. We're trying to catch up on the contracts, and there is a ton of them to do. And this one's a little bit different to the ones that I showed you in the last episode, so I thought I'd try and focus on this one a little bit, just for a few minutes. What we've done here is we've harvested a field of barley, and we borrowed the equipment to do the harvesting and dropped the straw as a swath, which we're now collecting with our baler that also wraps bales. Now, there's straw going in, but there's green stuff coming out. And why is that? Well, if I just jump out of the tractor for a moment and we look at this stuff here, right, this is definitely straw. Okay. It's different to, for example, dry grass. Dry grass would be a pale green, very pale green, washed out colour. You can tell by the stubble that it was a wheat or a barley type field. But this stuff is definitely green. Now, if I quickly lift it and drop it again, I get the prompt that says the fill type on that bale is silage. That's because if you bale straw and you then wrap straw, normally you would use two machines, but this particular one does it in one machine. There's a round bale version of this on the official vanilla game. This one is a mod that I had to bring in from outside of the Farm Sim mod hub. And to be honest, I very rarely use any other baler except this one now. This one puts the straw in and bales it exactly the same as the official round baler does, and drops the bale out as silage. Now, there's a reason that I'm doing that. And if we very quickly, just get a pretty view on screen, if I very quickly go to the menu, of course it wants to save the game, right? And we go to the pricing up here. The only place that is buying silage or grass or hay or straw is the barn. Nowhere else is buying those for, you notice. Now, I could buy the biogas plant here, and then I'd be able to sell it there as well. But in order to buy the biogas plant, we are looking at $750,000 price tag. See in the bottom right, where I'm circling it with the mouse. That piece of land is $750,000, in this case dollars. It could be pounds or euros. It would still be $750,000. So we are a very, very long way off being able to afford that. Now, what I could do, if I had the land to do it, and it's possible that I do, what I could do is I could go into here, and using a mod, I could build my own BGA plant or buy one ready-made. And somewhere along here we go. This is the start of the Modular BGA mod. You see it's got mod under the price on everything. Here I could buy the ingester, the fermenter, or the alternative square fermenter, the gas storage canisters or tanks, whatever you want to call them, and they are big. You know, don't let the pictures fool you. They are big. And the additional generator extension, which generates us income from electricity at £2 an hour. And it's very well worth having that, by the way, especially for the price. I normally, if I'm using the modular BGA, I normally put 2 or 3 of these on, at the same time, so that we get a decent income from it. Now, there's also some ready-made BGAs. I'm not sure if I've got any installed. No, I haven't. Okay. And they're in various prices, but you've got to watch with all of them. Any of the BGAs that you bring in, check and recheck that when you place them, that one, you place them, they do all four of these, which is the silage, the grass, the hay, and the straw. Ideally, you also want them to do manure and slurry, the liquid manure, as well as wood chips. Now, it's a very, 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 very rare map that has a BGA that does all 7 of those. 6 Ashes is probably the only map that I can think of that does that. It does all 7 of them, and it pays a tremendous price for them as well. Absolutely superb price compared to other maps. The mods, the BGA mods that you can bring in, some of them will do all 7. I can't remember which. Actually, there's only one that does all 7. I can't remember which one it is. Most of them will do either wood chips or the manures, and only 3 of these 4. Some of them will do these 4 plus the manures and maybe something else like chopped sugar beet and potatoes. And a few of them will do the silage, the grass, the hay, the manure, the slurry, and the wood chip, and maybe the sugar beet and potatoes, but they won't do straw. So you have to be really careful and check and recheck which ones you're using in order to know what you can harvest and sell in order to make extra money for the farm. Now, in this case, the BGA at the barn, and it's not actually a BGA, it's more of a biogas heating plant, will take straw because it can burn straw and create heat, or it can ferment it and make heat. So it will take the 4 basic cuttings, doesn't take wood chip, doesn't take manure or slurry. And with these 4, my bases are covered, really. But look at the difference in price between straw at $57 per 1,000 litres and silage at $304 per 1,000 litres. Now, normally, if you were going to bale and wrap a field like this, you would have to do it with a machine, or rather with 2 machines. So you'd make 2 passes over the field, one to put it all into bales, and then one to go round and wrap the bales before you could pick them up. So having a combined baler wrapper like this, and remember there is in the vanilla game, in fact I'll show you, it's probably easier to do that than to keep talking about it. Just got to remember, there's baling technology. You have got this one, that's the baler. Yeah, this one bales and wraps, and as you can see, it's exactly the same baler that I'm using, except this one is set up for round bales. This is the official vanilla game baler, and the one that I'm using has been modified and set up to do square bales. I much prefer working with square bales than I do with round bales, and I know some people prefer it the other way around, and you know, it's one of the great things about Farm Sim. You can do whatever you want, play it any way that suits you, and there's nobody can tell you that you're doing it the right way or the wrong way. In my case, I prefer the square bales, so I use the mod of this baler that lets me put square bales through it and wrap them and drop them out the back end. Now, one of the disadvantages of me doing that is that this particular baler, the graphic for wrapped silage bales is broken, so I get them pooping out like this. They look like grass bales until you get close and you realize there's no hairy bits sticking out of the bales. They're very smooth edged on the bales, smooth sided as well. So that's how I know that they're silage. I don't need to get up close and pick them up and get the prompt to tell me that that's what they are. Now, our other tractor has finished its job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump across there and put that to bed and finish that contract out. And also it's got the small tractor with a seed tender across there. I need to get that put to bed. So let's go do that. There's the small tractor with the seed tender, which we bought during the night between episodes in order to fill the planter that is on the back of... There it is. No, that's the wrong one. What is it? No, it is that one. Right, that one, which has been planting potatoes in this field. We leased the potato planter because I messed up borrowing equipment. We could have had the same planter with a different tractor borrowed and just had a couple of $1,000 shaved off the contract value. But this contract value is worth enough that I didn't need to do that. And if I close out the contract, where are we? Go to the top of the list. I've forgotten which one it is. Yeah, that one. Potatoes. That's it. Yeah. You can see the contract was worth $75,000. So I didn't mind spending a few thousand to rent that potato planter. So let's just collect the money on that one. Ding! 75,000 in the bank. Thank you very much. And if we go down, just check any of the planting or seeding. Make sure there's no further potato ones. There's not. A lot of fertilizer. Oh, there's a sowing one. It's corn. That's okay. Not sure if we... No, the potato planter only plants potatoes. So that's the only other planting one there, and we can borrow the equipment for that. So what I can then do is I can go into garage and I can return that potato planter. Leased items. There it is. Don't need it anymore. I can return it. I don't get any refund or anything. Could not return the vehicle or tool because it's in use. Okay. My fault. I drop it there. Oh, we've still got that driver on. Hold on. Got the driver. I've been experimenting with course play, and I'll probably run through that in another episode with you. Let's just get it off the field. Right, so if I drop that one there, go into the garage, select it, return it, yes, vehicle has been returned, okay, go back, see it's no longer there in front of this vehicle. So I can now take this vehicle back to the farm and give it a wash, put it in its shed, and then come back and get the small tractor down there that's carrying the seed tender, take them back and do the same, and then we can carry on with that baling. But what I could do with this one is take it back, pick up the baling trailer, and come back and pick up these bales and take them straight to the barn's biogas place and sell them off immediately. And the BGA that I talked about that we could buy, that was $750,000 for the BGA and the land, that's it ahead of us on the right. We get all of that facility there. Huge silage clamps, which I never use because I always use wrapped bales. They're much easier to handle, much easier to store, and they ferment faster. so that you can sell them as silage and get the higher price. We also get this hill, which awkward to utilise, but it could be good for grassland or for forestry. We want to go down the route of having cows or cattle or even sheep. Grow the grass on there and harvest it for feeding them. Whoa, don't hit that lamppost. Oversteered there, coming through there. Oh, and the train's coming. Choo choo. Don't get a lot of warning. You don't get much of a chance to clear the crossing. In fact, the lights should be flashing for 5 seconds minimum before the barrier drops. Give you a chance to get off the crossing if you're on it. They shouldn't start flashing the lights and immediately drop the barrier. There should be a delay. Now, going through here is a bit tricky because of all the overhanging trees. So, I'm going to jump into first person view to go down through here. Very easy. Get hung up on a tree as you come through. This is one of the great things about this game. You can jump between first and third person view. Now we had to borrow that for a contract. Left it there. If I can avoid it, I don't drive John Deere equipment. Never buy it, never use it. I start a game and the farm's got it, I sell it automatically and get case. I think I've said that before. Right, now, did we actually buy a washer? I'm sure we bought a washer, because this tractor's filthy. We put it up here. Oh, we've still got them logs to get rid of as well. Interesting. Yes, there it is. I thought we'd bought one. Let's just give this tractor a wash. It's not even breakfast time yet. Look, we've worked all through the night. Oh, there it is. Wondering where the wand had gone. Look at the state of this tractor. You wouldn't invite this home for tea, would you? Much better. And that away there. Get the baling trailer. I've changed out that seed hut for this facility. Much cheaper to use. I could give you a whole role play thing and say that the wholesaler was overcharging us on the other one, so I've put that one in. But they're both mods. Oh, the trailer's occupied. Ah, right. Oh well, we'll get a chance to go and have a look at the access to the Barnes biogas place. I haven't checked the map. Map. Right, so we're down here at our farm. Got to take it up here now. There's a couple of roads we can use. We can either use the paved road here to get up, or we can cut through our farm and go up this dirt track and drop it off. Then come out the paved road and back up across to that other field, which I think is what we'll do. Got lots of time, no rush. And I forgot to hit my little timer to tell me how long I've been recording, so I'm going to have to stab a guess at it. I think what we'll do, set out a schedule for this episode. Take this trailer load of bales up to the barn. This road, I believe. Sell these. We'll go across to the other field. We'll finish baling it, which I might do in speed up time, or I might just do a start and then cut to the end, and then we'll do the bale deliveries coming back here, and again the journey across the whole width of the map, or height of the map. I might just cut them out and do jump cuts from one end to the other. Right, so where do these bales go? Well, this is a good experiment, because I've never sold at this location before. That marker over there, that's for selling the wood, I believe. Or is this one for selling the wood and that one's for selling the bales? That's a good question, actually. Really, what we'll do, go around here. Wrong. Come on, straighten up, guys. Aha! This side is for selling the bales. There we go. That's why they wouldn't sell on the other one. So the wood must sell here and the bales on that side. Okay, let's see if we can do all three of these at the same time. It's going to be tricky. No. Yeah. So much for super strength. Throw macro over there. Dink. This should make this an Olympic sport, you know, bale throwing. Very specialist technique. Do it wrong. Destroy your back. There we go. Right, so that's all them sold. And I don't know what the total of that was. Actually, we can check the total of that. If I go back into the menu and we go to the cash thing. Today, sold vehicles, new vehicles, sold vehicles, construction costs, sold buildings, vehicle running, vehicle leasing, sold bales. There you are. We got 8,641 for that trailer load of mixed bales. And we'll get a lot more than that when we bring them across as silage. I'll put the trailer back into transporting position. Why? Oh. Gone into first person view. Sorry. Not the best of drivers, Mr. Telegraph Bolt. There's a scrapyard that bought all our materials back in episode 1 when we were cleaning up the yard. Let's drive across to the field in first person view. If you've never spent any real time on the Ravenport map, even though you get it with the game, there's areas of this map that are absolutely amazing. I'm coming this way because I'm going to take a little detour. I could go through town and along the road behind the railway, but I guess most people are familiar with that because there's the port sell point down there. But this is a road that nobody ever comes up. Come up this road here, and there's the entrance into that field, which nobody ever uses because they come up off the tarmac road over by the spinnery. And up here you got this little dirt lane, look. Again, nobody ever uses this. At least I bet 90% of the people watching this video have never driven up here. You come around here and can't quite see it yet. There it is. The little lake in there. Actually looks like a great little fishing lake. Come up here. wind round behind it. Like this. Right, we'll jump out and have a quick look. Looks like a great little lake to go fishing for perch. Those buggers get everywhere. Railway goes across that bridge. And this road comes out and joins up with the one at that level crossing that we came across earlier. Yeah. Brings us out behind the animal dealer. Now we need to investigate those buildings because we can buy the land that they sit on and we get the buildings with it. And I want to know, Patterson Stockyards, I doubt we can get into them. I was going to say, is there any way we can get in there and use them for storing vehicles? But I doubt it. Oh, now, hang on, before we go out, get in the mirrors. Just want to have a quick look on the map. I can't remember which of these two roads is the quickest to get where we're going. So we came out of the farm, came along up to or round this way up to the biomass, down up here onto the tarmac road, down to that bend that catches everybody out and they end up smacking into the tree. Then we came up here, cut up this lane here, up the side of the lake and around the back of the animal dealer, beside the level crossing, and we're now here. And where we're going, if I zoom out a little bit, zoom out a lot in fact, where we're going is from here across to field 3, which is where we're doing the baling. And I'm thinking best bet might be to come up here, then across all the way down to there, zoot round there, and around to here. It would have been quicker if we'd gone round by the docks rather than coming up here. But hey, gives us a chance to have a natter, doesn't it? So we're not taking the road that goes past the biogas plant along there. Be it the BGA. That's a nice big shed. I wish that was functional for us if we bought this land. Yeah, I don't know if it is. Anything coming? No. Come out quickly, have a look. Get in there? No. Doors are open though. God, great if we could get in there. The runners. Don't see any runners, so I don't think those doors are going to open. Shame. That looks like a fantastic big shed, look. I mean, you can see the width of it, and it's longer than it is wide. Oh, it's full of cattle pens, that's... Yeah, but even so, this central area, it would make a great storage area for vehicles, wouldn't it? And we're going to get some beeps off traffic in a minute, I think. Best we get moving. Realise this tractor needs a service as well as some gas. Do that once we finish this job. It's only going to be pulling a bale trailer, so not like it's going to be doing heavy work on the field. There's one of the railway storage and sell points.